Who's going?
Special teams player of the week in the ACC. What's your reaction to that?
Really just credit to the other 10 guys out there. It doesn't happen out there. Good snaps, good holds, and really just makes it easy for me.
How would you evaluate yourself this season kicking so far?
I feel like I've had a good start. I know I'd like to have the one back against Wofford, but other than that, I feel like I've struck the ball well. I've attacked the ball, which really, that's what I'm trying to do. Just go out there and just attack it, make each rep its own rep, and just move on to the next, good or bad.
Did you say you want the one back against Wofford? Wasn't that a 59-yarder?
Yeah.
Why do you want that one back?
I didn't feel like I struck it very well, but
Okay.
I guess just move on.
Pretty long. The game winner the other night came after the delay of game, backed you up, and Coach Montgomery said it was something kind of on you. And what happened?
It was absolutely my fault. I just didn't look at the play clock. I just went out, just kind of took too long. And I just got to pay attention to what I'm doing.
When you do that, when you hit the 44-yarder, how much pressure does that add then to I got to make this 49er, I can't miss this one?
I feel like it does add some pressure. You kind of like, well, this was my fault to start with while we're back here, so I have to have this. So it feels good to know, to watch it go in, watch you move yourself back.
Can you do stuff at practice to up the pressure on yourself? Is there anything that could possibly mimic what goes on in the game?
I think you can, in a way. I think we have done this in the past time. We do like a one drive situation to where if the offense gets in field goal range, you just have to kick the field goal like it is a game situation. And that's pretty game-like. You're coming from the sidelines, one kick, you can make it, you miss it, and yeah.
On that end, how do you deal with the nerves in the game?
I think you just try and think about it as little as possible, to be honest. Just clear your head, just know, like, attack the ball, swing hard, make good contact, and just follow through.
Stu has said you've always kicked a straight ball. Is there a balance between kicking a straight ball and then getting the power so that way you can extend your range to where you're hitting a 60-yarder in last year's bowl game?
I think, for me, I've always hit it pretty straight, like he said, and then as I've gotten older, as I've been in this weight room with Ferg, I've been able to add that distance gradually. Like when I was a true freshman, I wasn't hitting from back there, and as I've gotten older, I've been able to keep the same technique and still strike the ball well enough to make it from these long ranges.
What do you say your range is?
I feel confident from, in good weather, the low 60s in there, and then as it gets colder, as it gets windier, you just got to go day by day.
Is there something about NFL stadiums? You seem to save your best for those kind of stadiums.
I just think there's nothing in particular I can say. I mean, it's just where the situations have happened. I'd love for that to happen in every game for me personally, but also at the same time, I love the team score touchdowns. So
I forget, what was your path to Virginia Tech? You committed when Shebest was here,
right.
correct?
I was committed in August of 21, and then I came in with Coach Bryan, Coach Holt, and the winter of 2022, and I've been here since then.
Okay, what sold you on Virginia Tech when you were committed?
The history of specialists going to the NFL, the tradition of great special teams here, and then just I was at the Notre Dame game that year, just that atmosphere in Lane Stadium. Then and even now, through my career, it's unmatched. Just nowhere else I'd rather play home games.
Have you been kicking for a long time? Were you like a soccer player, then got into kicking, or was it concurrent the whole time? How'd that work?
Yeah, I played soccer ever since I was a little kid, and then I think I started kicking in like 8th grade. I played soccer and football for a couple years, and then like 10th, 11th grade, when COVID started, was when I realized like I can really do this, like play at a high level as a kicker, and that's when I focused in on football.
How difficult was that adjustment when you go from a soccer to a football? It's a little bit different to kick it.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like in the early going when you're making that adjustment?
I feel like you're able to improve a lot really quickly when you get some technique, like once you learn what to do, and then as you progress through your career, it's more about the small details rather than like a big change in the style of kick.
Okay. So you got here, was Brian Johnson the kicker? I'm trying to remember. What was the order of the kickers?
It was
Will Ross. Right? Will Ross?
Right.
Okay. What was that like when you got here in terms of the competition? How did you feel in that role?
We had a good competition all through that off season. He kicked well. He won the job, and then I just tried to stay focused on my craft, just get better each week, and then when I got an opportunity, I just try to take it each time.
You mentioned the sort of legacy of kickers here. You got Joey Sly in the NFL, Parker Ramos in the NFL. I mean, it seems like Virginia Tech has a pretty good history of kickers going on to the next level. What is that like? I mean, obviously, I would imagine you would hope to be a part of that lineage going forward. But what's that like to have that history here?
It's cool. I mean, it's credit to those guys, how they work. I guess they're outstanding players, like good careers here, and now they're continuing to go and make Virginia Tech proud. I know I root for them on Sundays when I see them, so that's cool to see.
Do you know any of them? Have you ever talked to any of those guys?
I know them in casual past. I don't know them very well, but I've talked to Joey, I talked to Parker, but I never played with them, so I don't know them as like a close relationship, I would say.
How's your brother doing?
He's doing well. So I think he started off the season pretty well, and he's excited.
I know you got a year left. Do you want to be here next year with him, or have you given considered thought about what your future holds after this season?
Playing with him would definitely be cool. So in high school, we were always too far apart to play on the same teams, but yeah, I think that's always been something I've wanted to do because it just had never been able to happen for me before.
Did he get into kicking because you did kicking? How'd that work?
Yeah, he tried it. I mean, but he's a great player in his own right. I mean, he's very good as a prospect, so I'm excited to see what he can do. He's up here.
Did you guys spend the past summer together at any kicking camps or doing anything like that in the off season?
And whenever I'm back home, I'll kick with him, and it's incredible to see how much he's grown like over the course of my college career. So when I got here, he's a freshman in high school. So now he's a senior. He's hitting the ball well. Like he's a good player.
You knew Hoyer this year with Nick after having Peter for all those years. How would you grade the operation? You still have Christian snapping it, but how Nick has done this year?
It's been great. To be honest, it's like there's no change. He's done a really good job. It's credit to him. He worked so hard at that in the off season to make sure he was ready to step into that role. Because I guess that's kind of overlooked. He comes in as a punter, and that's what people expect him to do. But holding for me is a big deal, and he does a nice job at it. He does really well, and I'm really thankful that he's here.
Take two more. What's the mood like in the locker room in Wake?
Well, like, guys are excited. Guys want to come back here, play a home game in front of the fans, and just ready to attack the next week.
You superstitious guy at all when you're like on a roll, kicking one? Like you have to go through the same exact routine or anything like that?
I try not to be. I used to do stuff like that, but then when things get out of your control and then you start thinking about, well, I didn't do this or this, it's just not a good frame of mind to be in, so I just try and not be that as much as I can.
What kind of things would you think about when you're doing it?
I just, like, it's hard to explain, like, just a setup, like, just things not during the game, it's like during the week, like at practice, try and do the same things, but then as I've gotten older, I realize, like, as long as you're prepared, you know what to do. You just focus on your reps and not let something outside your reps control what you're thinking about, because that's not going to go well for you.
Is it like a golf swing? Like you can get in your own head about something like that?
Yeah, you definitely can if you let it.
Thanks, John.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.